I'm kinda expecting people to hate me for this, hence my username by you/imabitch_deal with it. I'll start this off by saying as a kid I think I struggled to make friends a lot and I always felt just uncared about how I feel like a kid. When I would try to get feelings off my chest I would get invalidated. I also did find some of mom's old friends honestly emotionally abusive to me. So keep that in mind before coming after me, XD. I met my husband online 2 years ago, friends for almost a year, and fell in love. Came to visit a few months after that, got engaged, and a few months later, had a wedding. My brother honestly seemed to have so many partners and seems to honestly move on quickly and seems like he didn't care. He is with my husband's aunt, which is okay in a normal situation. Maybe I wouldn't care. But here's why I do. 1. Not even been married for a year myself. They've been flirting since I was only married for 2 weeks, which in my opinion is a bit wrong. I find it hard to get my husband's family to like me. Some of them do, but the others I feel like don't care as much because I'm not a kid. And this leads to the other thing. On the days upcoming to my wedding, I felt like some of the family who came to my country to visit didn't seem to care much about me, and just talked about the 8-year-old constantly. The aunt also did it. I don't mind it sometimes, but all the time, and even on days where I should have gotten attention, just no. I think this leads back to the way I felt when I was a kid, but yeah. The husband's aunt hasn't had to deal with any of that. She's been treated a lot differently. Only been married like 7 months myself and they got married like 4 days ago. It just feels so unfair. I know it's not up to me what my brother does, but because he moves on really quick and has had so many girlfriends, why should I take it seriously? Feels pretty personal, honestly. Not just that, but I feel like the aunt's dress was honestly similar to mine. Although hers was a mermaid and had fluff and mine wasn't, I feel like other than that I feel it was the same. She seemed to also copy my hairstyle. They kissed 5x at their wedding. And the day after my wedding the family had breakfast in a hotel. No one talked about the wedding to me or said any nice words. Instead, they were talking to the kid, my brother, and the aunt who wasn't at the hotel we had to stay in this time. But even so, people were talking about them so much that they didn't even acknowledge me or even IDK smile at me. All I would have expected, really. I'm expecting people to say I'm horrible for feeling like this, but it feels just so personal for the reasons I described. I just needed to get it off my chest, kinda. It's making me feel horrible. My mom hates that I think like this because it's my brother, blah blah. But it makes me not want to have to see him while I'm in my husband's country, which my brother moved to. And yes, my husband moved to my country, but he came here for a holiday. My mom and I honestly can't have conversations like this because it ends up in arguments and either getting mad or crying. What can I do to make this better? Anything at all? Just anything to make it more tolerable. If anyone is going to comment hate, then as my username explains, I'm a bitch, deal with it, lol. I'm not after people being mean to me. I just want to know how to cope with this.